All right, so off the air, Billy Bob and I and Bobby Sue and I were talking. Covetousness is a sin, right? But it's not a crime. Stealing, however, is a crime. You with me? Now, you shall not steal. That involves personal behavior, right? That's a command regarding self-government. But it's also a command that has impact in civil government. Because if someone does steal, now they have brought themselves under the purview, under the authority, under the umbrella of civil government to receive a civil punishment, a punishment involving the law, all right, the government. Randall, why are you going down all this here path? I'm fixing to tell you. One of the reasons that I spend so much time on this program talking about civil government, federal, state government, international relations, and the judiciary is because of the four governments, self-government, family government, church government, and civil government, by far the most dangerous to human liberty is civil government. By far. The ability to do the most damage, by far, is in the hands of civil government. I think it was George Washington who said it is a dangerous, civil government is a dangerous servant and a dreadful master, something like that. If he didn't say it, then I'll say it. Civil government is a dangerous servant and a dreadful master. And part of the reason is God, in his goodness, has given to each of us the right to self-defense, okay? The right to own a sword, if you will, in biblical parlance, in Bible talk. We have the right to own a firearm. But God has concentrated the authority of the sword in civil government. It's according to Romans chapter 13. So we see in the books of the law, if someone commits a murder, they're to be brought before the gate and tried by the elders in the gate or by the judges, and then they're to be sentenced to death, and they're to be killed, okay? So civil government has the authority given to it by God to execute judgment. That's what Paul wrote in Romans chapter 13. To execute judgment, vengeance on those who disobey, who break the laws. Remember, it says that in Romans 13 that he is the servant of God to thee for good. You know that? It says that the civil magistrate is God's servant for us to do good, for us, for our benefit. But here's the problem. Let's, again, using an illustration. God gives a family authority, right? And he made the dad the patriarch of the family, okay? Well, what if the dad is nuts? What if he's evil? What if he wants to sell his children into godless behaviors? What if he wants to turn his family into a crime enterprise to commit murders and thefts? Then what? Well, the father is to be disobeyed. He doesn't have the authority given him by God to take his family down a path of evil, okay? Likewise, civil government does not have the authority to take us as the body politic, we the people. They do not have the authority to take us down a path of evil. And when the civil government becomes destructive toward the ends for which God made it, God made civil government to be a protection of righteousness and to punish evil. But if it begins to punish righteousness and protect evil, then like the father of the family who becomes a lunatic and a rebel against God, civil government is to be disobeyed, resisted, confronted, denounced. Okay? Are you still with me? There are Christians, good Christian people. All right, maybe they're, anyway, there are Christians who say, if the government says it, we have to obey it, because Romans 13 says, obey the powers that be. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Caesar doesn't have the right to tell me to disobey God. Caesar doesn't have unending power. I actually had, Norman Geisler was his name. He was a Christian writer. I don't know what his status is now, but he and I were in a debate, and he said that the Christians who hid the Jews from the Nazis in World War II were sinning. Did you hear what I just said? That the Christians who hid the Jews from the Nazis were sinning because they disobeyed German law. That opinion is from hell. It's not Christian. It's from hell. I'll be right back, finishing this up and talking about Donald Trump. Don't go away.